Hey guys, it's Kate with the Book of Kate. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you guys are here. If you like bookish content, please go ahead and stick around because today we are going to be doing a massive book unhaul. Like, y'all, I'm talking massive. So I will give you a little brief summary about these books, why I'm unhauling them, just everything about it. And these are all going to little free libraries. Well, except for this one, because I don't know what the fuck happened to this one. But these are all going to be going to little free libraries. Normally I would donate them to my local library, but my library is not taking donations. Maybe it's Greg Abbott's fault. Who knows? Probably. It's always Greg Abbott's fault. Anyway, let's just get on into it. We're going to go from the top and work our way down. I wish you guys could see my cat right now. Like, you can't, but she's obsessed with this bag. Period. Me too, Binks. So the first book is When Life Gives You Lululemons by Lauren Weisberger. This is the same author of The Devil Wears Prada. And this is like the third book in the series, but you don't need to read the other books in the series. I didn't even realize this followed some characters from the first book in the series. I read this book in August. It was part of my TBR, but I think I gave it like a 2.5 stars, maybe 3 if I'm being generous. Like, this book was just so toxic. If you have any type of negative body image, don't read this book. Do you a favor and do not read this book, because this book had me spiraling. This book follows 3 different women. One is a PR manager. The second one is a model who got arrested for a DUI. And the third one is just the friend that brings them together. But yeah, wouldn't recommend it. And then there is God's Behaving Badly by Marie Phillips. And this was not a bad book by any means, but this book had too many Greek gods. I was confused. I was so confused. In this book, I only got like 3 or 4 chapters into this until I realized, like, I can't keep all these freaking gods straight in my mind. Like, there was no way that was gonna happen. And there was also a little bit of incest in this book. Like, Aphrodite was hooking up with Hercules or something like that, and they're like related. Or like one of I don't know who's Aphrodite's favorite kids, but it was like she was hooking up with her son. Yeah, so bye-bye. And then I tried reading Salt Kiss by Sierra Simone, and this, once again, wasn't a bad book. Like, guys, I do not know what happened. Like, I smelt it to make sure it wasn't cat pee, and it wasn't. I don't know what happened to this book. I bought the audio for this a while ago. I put it down because I was confused. I felt like I was missing something from the story, even though this is the first book in the series. And then I decided to try to physically read it. Also did not work. Also was super confused. And apparently there's like a little prequel. Yeah, I didn't read that. They said that would help clear things up. And I was just like, I do not care enough to read it. So there's that. And then another book, I DNF'd most of these books, guys. I'll be quite honest with you. But this is His Hollow Heart by Rachel Lee. And this one was just weird. I just wasn't vibing with it. It follows these 2 people who became best friends when they were in the same foster home, and they promised to never leave each other, but she got adopted, he didn't. He's pissed, and he damn near kidnaps her and won't let her leave this freaking island that he owns now. It was just weird. And then we have Carmilla by Sheridan L. Few. This book is supposed to take place before Dracula happens. The writing was confusing. It was confusing. Guys, I do not like being confused. Truly, I do not like being confused. And then I have Mega Man by Mel Dow. And this book, I just didn't like the writing. And also the female main character was a book talker. Didn't really like that. And this man goes by Mega, because get this, his actual name is Megatron. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You lost me right there, Chief. And then we have this book that was just depressing, My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. This is a Lolita inspired book, so as you can imagine, it's depressing. I don't want to be depressed. Sue me. And then we have a book I DNF'd, A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. This book frustrated me so much, and it just pissed me off to the point of like I don't even care what happens to these characters. I just don't want to read about them anymore. This is like the right person, wrong time, again and again and again and again and again. And they just won't grow up and be together, even though they want to. Like, no. And then I have Bloody Tainted Lies by Shea Ruby. I just didn't like the writing style of this. It just wasn't my favorite. It's like this girl who falls in love with her brother's killer. Oh my god, I found my lip gloss. Yay, I was missing her. Then I have 2 books that there's nothing wrong with these. I just already have them on my shelves. I have Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. I forgot I pre-ordered this from Amazon, and then I also ordered it from bookshop.org. Bookshop.org does not let you return books. And then Amazon wasn't letting me return my pre-order. I'm just gonna stick this in a little free library and let the person go on a wild, amazing journey. And then same with Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. I pre-ordered this book, read it, met Lila Sage, and in that meeting you also got a copy of the book. So it is signed. So whoever gets this book will be very happy. And then another one I didn't like the writing was When She Unravels by Gabrielle Sands. This is just like a mafia adjacent book, and it's about this girl whose like father's in the mafia, and she flees him and ends up in the hands of this like other mafia guy on Ibiza. Something like that. I just didn't get down with the writing style. And then a book I finished, guys, I do have some books I finished in this pile. We have A Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee. I liked this book. I'm just don't need it on my shelves. Simple as that. I don't need it on my shelf. This is about a vampire who is wicked old, and he smells this violinist, and he's like, actually, you're coming with me. And then they broke up at the end for a stupid reason, and I was just like, okay, you're getting unhauled. And then lastly, we have Hunt on the Dark Waters by Katie Robert. This is like a pirate romance, and I read not that much of it, to be honest with you, but the pronouns in this book was like nair and new, something like that, and I guess I'm not woke enough for that, because I was like, every time I've read it, I was getting confused. So it like took me out of the story, because I was like, oh my god, that's so stupid. Use they, them. Is this gonna get me canceled? Anyway, that's it. That was the last book. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!